Good morning, I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the February 4th, 2018 edition of The Bible Delight in the Details, as we continue to look at quotes from the great book of Proverbs. There is a lot of Proverbs, there are a lot of Proverbs in Proverbs about the benefit of obedience. But I want to focus on something that is a little bit even more than obedience. But it has to do with living in a way, whether you've been told to specifically or not, that pleases somebody. Let us look at Proverbs 23, verse 25. So, do what is pleasing for your father and mother. Let she who gave you birth be happy. It might not surprise you to know that I've quoted that verse to Tristan, my son. But you know, it always amuses me that a lot of times we, whether we're adult children or we're still minor children, that we may not think it's important to please our parents. But as long as the parents mean well, and that they, I know that there's some parents that really, have problems and they may be out to get you. But normally that's not the situation. And when it's not the situation, when your parents really are looking for your best interest and they're trying to help you, if you are engaged in activities or a mindset even that they disapprove of, you should really stop and question that. Not just say, oh, well, they're old, or they're old hat, stuck in their ways in modern times. That may be true, but you should at least give them the benefit of the doubt and really look at why is it that they view what you're doing with displeasure, and analyze it. I've always said, particularly when it comes to who your friends are, or goodness, who you love and who you're going to potentially marry, you should pay close attention to what your family thinks, because they, after all, know you better than anybody else, and hopefully care about you more than anybody else. In a normal situation, that would be the case. And so if they are just expressing displeasure or fear or skepticism, you should at least really consider that. I've always felt like that if there's somebody very significant in your life who knows you very, very well, who's putting up roadblocks, who's expressing concern, don't just poo-poo them. By the way, that's a real word, poo-poo, to make light of. But to really consider what it is that they have a concern about. Our families have been placed in our lives, particularly parents, of course, to give us wisdom. And Proverbs is full of statements about the wisdom of parents and how children should be guided by them. And I say that exists throughout your life. I know that, for example, my father is a great source of wisdom constantly to me, not just on spiritual issues. Many of you know he's a very renowned biblical scholar, but just everyday living as well. And it means so much to me to have that good counsel. And if he ever even, kind of tweaks an eyebrow at me or just looks a little askance at me when I say something or do something, I always follow up and inquire, because I want to know what it is that he's thinking, what gives him concern. Be grateful for the families in your life who God has put to help you with charting a course of wisdom in this life. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Have a great day.